like I said, it's such a competitive lineup. There are going to be people that you would expect to be under other circumstances, you would expect to be in the top 10, that's simply not going to be there. You are watching Muscle Central. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, turn on your notifications, and leave a comment. Okay, to predict the placings in this year's Olympia, you're going to have to be a psychic. It's that tough. It's such a competitive lineup. Just to get all the people that are going to be in the top 10, that's going to be a little tricky also because, like I said, it's such a competitive lineup. There are going to be people that you would expect to be under other circumstances, you would expect to be in the top 10, that's simply not going to be there. There are a few that are pretty much set in stone. Let's get those out of the way. We got the champion Derek Lunsford. We got Hadi Choopan. We got Samson Dauda, Andrew Jack, and Nick Walker. If anybody thinks that any one of those five will not be in the top 10, you need a little help. Okay, we got 5 out of the way. Now, to fill in the other 5 spots, empty places, gets a little tough because depending on a few variables, it can go a lot of different ways. But I don't see any issue with Brandon Curry being in the top 10. Whether he slips in placings or not, I'm not saying here, but I do not see Brandon Curry falling out of the top 10, at least not yet. He's not there yet. Hunter Labrada is another one. He wasn't the most impressive in his qualifier. It was Italy. He wasn't the most impressive there, but I find it very, very difficult not to see Hunter in the top 10. So when we had Brandon and Hunter there, we got 7. 3 more places left, but I got about 5 or 6 other contenders for those places, for those spots. From what I've seen on stage this year at the Arnold, Ohio from him, his Honor Brazil victory wasn't as impressive, but what we saw earlier in the year, what I'm seeing in update pictures, I think Rafael Brandao is becoming pretty much now a shoo-in for the top 10. So we'll stick Rafael in there for one of those places in the top 10. 2 more spots left. Who else could fall in there? I got a few people in mind. William Bonac, Akim Williams, Martin Fitzwater, John Jewett, John De La Rosa. All 5 of them I could possibly make it into that top 10. Who do I think is going to end up ultimately being in there? The last 2 spots, my gut instinct tells me Martin Fitzwater. He's been very impressive his last 2 showings, made a lot of improvements. William Bonac, he's rejuvenated. I don't know how high he can place, but I can definitely see William Bonac placing in this top 10. Who are we going to see in the top 10? No particular order. We have, of course, Hadi Choopan, Derek Lunsford, Andrew Jack, Samson Dauda, Nick Walker, Brandon Curry, Hunter Labrada. I think Rafael Brandao might shock a lot of people this year. William Bonac, Martin Fitzwater. But Akim Williams, John De La Rosa, John Jewett, he's coming up from the 212. Last year he was in the 212 Olympia. He could be a spoiler. Any one of those three could potentially slip in there and push one of the others who could end up in the lower placings out. Just to make a note, it does not look, okay, Nathan D'Asher already confirmed he will not be in the Olympia. It does not look like Behrooz Tabani is going to be in the Olympia either. If Behrooz was to make it to the United States this year and compete in the Olympia, I would have him as one of the names in my top 10. Okay, that was no particular order. Probably the Monday before the Olympia, I will do my top 5 or maybe top 6 predictions. Okay, if you agree or disagree with anything I've said in this video, please let me know in the comment section. This is Michael Diamond. I'd like to thank you for watching Muscle Central.